he sounds perfectly trustworthy. So, where does he say this book is? This one here. Ah, okay. And there are indeed lots and lots of patterns in here, and he wants us to go where? Pattern like 158 or something. It doesn't really matter because I've already, like I said, played through this, and I've already written down on my little note sheet here which one it is. So let's just pretend that I did that on screen, and it can be a lie that you and I share together. But I'll tell you, I am not completely convinced that Akinar is on the up and up. I mean, he kind of sounded paranoid, don't you think? Like, slightly insane, just a little bit, like completely off his rocker. So let's, yeah, there's a red page, I'm sure, somewhere in there. And then the other guy, I'm sure, is going to be a little more, not so homicidal. And then we'll help him instead. Okay, that should be high enough. Kill the power. Because he's talking about Sirrus, and like he sounds like Sirrus is greedy and was steal. I mean, we saw the bags of gold and things in Sirrus's house or in his room in some of the other ages, but a little greed never hurt anybody. Free market capitalism, all about it. So, I mean, let's think about it. Sirrus, yeah, he was in, like had the bags of gold and things. Akinar had a torture dungeon. Okay. Pretty crazy. So we just need to turn the music back down because channel wood is loud, as I've mentioned. So yeah, we're gonna go with the guy who's we'll go with the capitalist pig and not so much the completely crazy blue brother. So we've already solved the age. We don't need to really do much else except head back upstairs, which just involves this. This is all it is. I just got to run upstairs, up the extreme slide here. I don't know how you can slide up the spiral staircase as quickly as you can slide down it, but I didn't design the Age of Channel Wood. And that's kind of another thing that's interesting about the original MYST compared to some of the sequels, is that in the original MYST, the ages had recognizable names. You have MYST is one age, and then Channelwood, Stone Ship, the Mechanical Age. In the sequels, the ages all have very alien-sounding, weird names, like Harry Potter kind of place names. Like, what are some? Like Relishan is one of them. Jananin, and etc., etc. And that's true throughout Uru as well. I've been over here. Ooh, that's a game I have actually not played very much of because, well, it was canceled for most of the entire time it was available, and then it was on GameTap for a while, but, there were 10,000 other games on GameTap, so I didn't play it. Oh, here we go. Very opulent little room. Sirrus's room. It's okay, so, no instruments of death, no torture devices. That's nice. I mean, he's got, a basin here in his room. Dude brushes his teeth. Good dental hygiene. That's nice to see. Some old moldy cheese, but he hasn't been around in a while, so stands to reason. Maybe he had a little bit of a drinking problem, but not that huge of a deal. There's nothing in there. Okay. There we go. Red page and some bottles of ink. I don't know what this little thing is, but he actually keeps a mattress on his bed, which is good. And ooh, okay, close that. We don't want to look at that. That destroys our conception of Sirrus, which he's the guy we like, isn't it? Yeah, he's the not completely. What's this? Vault access island of MYST. Very plain view on MYST and access can be simple. Load first, locate switches on the island. The switches go to the dock and the marker switch in the off position. I'm sure that doesn't mean anything. I'm sure that's just a red herring. We don't need to worry about that. Let's go free Sirrus, and then we'll win the game. It'll be fun. Yeah, No problems at all. I mean, I'm kind of ready to be done with this Let's Play anyway. I'm sure that Sirrus is the man to trust. Let's flip the switch, go back down. So, when it comes to adventure games like this, Honestly, the channel wood puzzles are my favorite. The kind where, in order to solve the puzzle, you really have to consider the pieces of the game world and how they fit together. You have to know where these pipes are connected to, not only down here along the swamp, but what they're going to be connected to on the upper levels as well. The downside being in the original MYST, the puzzle's kind of ahead of its time. In real MYST, you can look up and see all the areas of the age at one time and get a sense for how they all fit together. Not precisely true when it comes to the original MYST. It was much, much more difficult. And like I said, there is a map, a diagram in one of the books of Channelwood, and you probably jotted it down, but when you're looking at catwalks at strange angles like this, it's not really that intuitive to draw a map unless you're dealing with straight lines and right angles, which in Channelwood you're not. Which is good for the sense of world that Channelwood tries to create. It's good for creating a setting in the giant trees rising up out of the swamp and the tree houses and things, but it's not so much for a puzzle when you're trying to keep a sense of geometry in your head. Much, much better in a 3D world here in Real MYST. Okay, so let's go ahead and give Sirrus his page, and I'm sure he will probably give us instructions on how to free him. And he'll probably be like, go ahead and touch the green book, man. Not a big deal. Go ahead and read it. It's good stuff. We don't really care that much. Come on, dude. Let's see what you got to say.
I owe you a debt of
I forgot to turn the volume back up. We can't actually hear what he's saying.
gratitude, for you have nearly released me.
And sometimes these little videos
My
don't
name
load.
is
I don't know why,
Sirrus.
but it's just his face.
I trust that from your explorations you've become convinced that my wicked brother Akbar is guilty, and I am innocent.
Oh, I have. Don't worry about
It is
that.
I who am wrongly imprisoned here. Imprisoned by my father. I don't know who you are, or how you came to this end, but I assume you must at least know something of the books.
I know a little bit about the
Whose
books, yeah.
father was a master of the books. He wrote hundreds of them, all describing and linking to the fantastic places and ages which he had discovered. The room in which you now stand was our father's library.
Oh, was
It
this the
here in
library?
this room,
Gotcha,
on
gotcha.
this island named MYST, that he housed most of these books. But such a waste. By now, you have surely discovered that Aknar has burnt and mutilated most of these books.
Yeah, his pretty much dick. Yeah, we got it.
Our father was always watchful of our exploration. We grew up under his strict supervision. But when we came of age, he gave us unbridled access to the MYST books. He began to leave our adventures more and more unchecked. Unsupervised as we were, my brother began to become disturbed. He began to take more from the MYST ages than he had given. Soon he gained a twisted pleasure from the conquest and destruction of the other ages.
Which explains the
It
giant
was
bear trap,
horrific.
yeah.
His thirst for destruction. But alas, even I discovered his insanity too late. He had completely destroyed all of the MYST ages but 4.
Which we've
I
been to.
wasted no time. In warning my father, I thought he would recognize Aknar's guilt. But in a fit of rage, he imprisoned both my brother and myself within the pages of these books, designed to hold us until he could judge which of us was guilty. To discover the truth, our father embarked on one final journey. However, he has never returned. I can only assume that he perished along the way.
Yeah, probably. Most likely. Aknar says you killed him, but yeah, probably not.
Forever. But now, you are here to release me.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna let you out, buddy. Don't worry.
You must find one more page and I will be forever free. There is a book on the shelves. In this library, which is mostly burned, but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf. Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern
Yeah,
158.
we got it from there. Yeah, Aknar already told us. So we want to find pattern 158 and in the fireplace. So we'll just hop in here real quick. Crap, my house is burning down. I gotta go. Yes, I always make sure my games are saved before I put fire out. I'll be back after the thing.